Welcome into another edition of Tech Talks presented by EGP Document Solutions. I'm Andy Demetra. Big weekend at Georgia Tech because, of course, it is graduation weekend, and one of those soon-to-be alums of the Yellow Jackets walking across the stage joins us now. Plays kicker for your Georgia Tech football team. He is Aidan Birr. Aidan, first off, congratulations. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us on Tech Talks.
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Not only are you graduating from the Scheller College with your degree in business administration, a finance concentration, but you do it in 3 years, which begs the question I'm sure so many Tech fans and alums have. How on earth did you pull that off, graduating in 3 years as a member of the football team?
Well, I mean, in high school, I took quite a few dual enrollment classes. So when I came here, I really didn't have to take any English or history or economics. So all I had to take was a couple math classes, and then I was on to the business school.
And there you were, now 3 years later, getting ready to get your diploma. Place kickers are very habit based, very repetition based. Do you feel that being a place kicker gives you some good skills when it comes to managing your workload in business administration and your ability to handle both things and do so very efficiently?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've always been pretty good with like managing my time. I I kind of I didn't start off college like that. I kind of started off a little rough, got a few C's, but over this past year, honestly, I've kind of learned the ways of like studying, like getting better at studying. I obviously studied before, but I think just having like, at kicking, we have that routine. Like I built a routine for school as well.
And it certainly has paid off for you. Of course, I think the one kick above all so far stands out for you at Georgia Tech, and that was in Dublin, Ireland last year, the season opener versus Florida State, booting that 44-yard field goal. How often do people still come up and ask you about that moment? It seems like all eyes of college football were on you at that particular moment.
Yeah, actually our new punter brings it up more than anybody. Marshall, he calls me the hero of Ireland or the king of Ireland. But I always say, nah, that's not me. But it was a good moment, and I hope to have more of those this coming season.
Were you aware, Aiden, that that is the longest game-winning field goal in Georgia Tech history?
I was not. I would have thought it would be a little longer, but
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, it was previously 40 yards. Wesley Wells did it back in 2018. That was stateside at Bobby Dodd Stadium. But yeah, 44, you beat him. And also, this past season, you kicked a new career long 51-yard field goal. I know accuracy on those long distance kicks is the goal of any place kicker. Uh, Going from 2024 to 2025, what has Aiden Burr been working on so that you can take your accuracy to an even higher level?
Just consistent ball contact and just not riding the roller coaster, not getting too high and not getting too low. When bad things happen, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna ride the roller coaster in those moments anymore. And that's really what I've been working on. I feel like I had a good spring, and just building on top of that every day is what the goal is for 2025.
Well, Aiden, congratulations. You graduated in 3 years, but you still have 2 more years of eligibility to kick at Bobby Dodd Stadium, a Hyundai Field for the Yellow Jackets. And I know expectations are very high for what this team can accomplish this upcoming fall. You've seen the way that the team has gelled during the spring and now into your off-season conditioning. What has you confident that the makeup of this team will translate into a very memorable fall?
I just think that, we brought in a lot of good guys. Like, last year we were a close team, and I think we're getting to that again. The guys we brought in are good dudes, and they work hard. So I'm just excited for, you know, Colorado on August 28th, I think it is. But it's going to be a good season. I'm really excited to, see some of our new guys, contribute.
Well, I'll tell you what, that game in Boulder will be coming soon. But first off, you got another milestone to celebrate this weekend. Congratulations, one of the dozens of Georgia Tech student athletes earning their degrees this weekend. And oh, by the way, Aiden Bird does it in 3 years. Can't wait to see you swing away this fall. Aiden, thanks so much for joining us here on another edition of Tech Talks presented by EGP Document Solutions.
Thank you for having me.